And welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Tigres UANL versus CF Monterrey, El Clásico Regio in the 2024 Liga MX Clausura Quarterfinals, Leg 1. Of course, we're going to be covering today and Sunday both legs of Tigres versus Rayados because guess what? The Clásico Regio being played the quarterfinals, the big rivalry, the game that probably be the most interesting of them all. Here we are. Tigres UANL contra CF Monterrey de la Liga MX Clausura Corto Stefanel Partido Ida. Reazione en vivo. El Clásico Regio en la Liguilla. Lineups are as follows. We got in goal Carlos Rodriguez, the back four of Javier Aquino, Eduardo Tercero, Samir Caetano, Jesus Angulo, Rafael Carioca at the 6. The midfield four of Marcelo Flores, Juan Bruneta, Fernando Gorejan, Diego Lainez, Andre Pierre Gignac up top. And they're playing at El Volcan tonight. They play at BBVA El Gigante de Acero on Sunday. Starting 11 for Monterrey. In goal, Esteban Andrada, John Medina, Victor Guzman, Hector Moreno, Gerardo Arteaga, the back four. The midfield two, Luis Romo, Jorge Rodriguez. The attacking midfield three, Brandon Vasquez, Sergio Canales, Maximiliano Mesa, Herman Berterame. Up top for Monterrey. Teams are walking out. We're ready to go instantly. We're on our way. How we doing, Rory? How we doing, Henry? How we doing, Rumble? It's up on Rumble by now, I think. Maybe it's running some BS. Nope, it's up on Rumble by now. How we doing on Rumble, on Twitch? How are you doing? Tigres wearing yellow. Stars are winning 2-0. Not surprised. Tigres are wearing yellow. Monterrey wearing their blue and white stripes. Monterrey looking not to get upset by their rivals. Doing good. I saw. Rightfully so. Now, get me Berube or Brenda Moore for the Leafs. If not, it was stupid to fire him anyway. But that's just my opinion. But El Clásico Regio, seeing who goes through here on the night. Well, not on the night. We'll find out on Sunday. But who has the better chance to go through on Sunday? Let's remember Liga MX runs on seeding. So if it's tied over 2 legs, the higher seeded team goes through. No extra time, no penalties needed, except for the final. But for these 2 rounds, I think it's straight penalties during the play-in. But during these 2 rounds, based on seeding. So there you go. Pachuca and America tied 1-1 the first leg. It's going to be a replay of the semifinal of the Champions Cup. Yes, it is. It's going to be played on the 11th at 7. So give me the news in the chat when Toronto plays is all I'm going to say. See, if America Pachuca was playing on Sunday and today instead, I might have done that one instead. But I have to do the Thursday, Sunday games because it'd be stupid to do a game on Wednesday, not do the second leg on Saturday. And really, Cruz Azul versus Pumas, I think we know. I'm not surprised it ended 2-0. Anselmi legit is probably one of the best managers in the league right now. What he's done with Cruz Azul is an absolute freaking amazing job that he's done. And Toluca Chivas, well, we kind of know how that one's going too. So, I mean, Pachuca America might be a better series than this. It's not a big rivalry, but it might be a better series than this. There's at least a revenge tour aspect to it. But, I mean, out of what I can do, this is way better than Cruz Azul Pumas. So, it may be later, but both legs of this on Sunday. Then we'll do the Thursday, Sunday semifinal next week because there will be a semi-final on Thursday, Wednesday, one on Wednesday, one on Thursday, then the finals Thursday and Sunday of the week after next. So, and thanks to the Leafs choking, you get this. So, good for you. I hate seeding. I still can't believe America lost. Well, in Champions Cup, now they just lost. Besides, they're the top team in the league. They wouldn't lose on seeding at all. If they draw on aggregate, they're through. Pachuca has to win outright. They're the ones who got it harder. And by the way, they have to go to the Azteca and pull out another win. Problem is, we'll do that after we talk about the 11s again. Rodriguez, Angulo, Samir Caetano, Tercero, Aquino, Carioca, Gorehan, Flores, Brunetta, Lainez, Gignac for Tigres under Siboldi. As it normally is at Ovalcon. I can believe it. I also can believe what Bayer Leverkusen did. Good. I'm happy. Good. Praise the Lord. Marco Ortiz, the referee tonight. I hope so. But again, back to the point. The first leg of the Champs Cup semifinal at Azteca, Pachuca drew 1-1. Came back to draw. Then they won at home. Damn near blew it, but still. Starting 11 for Monterrey. Andrada, Arteaga, Moreno, Guzman, Medina, Canales, Rodriguez, Romo, Mesa, Bertarame, and Brandon Vasquez. Thought Mob got it wrong then. They got robbed. There was no offside there. They shouldn't have pulled up the flag that early. I don't think he was offside at all. The fact the flag went up was wrong. They got robbed. It should have went to extra time at the very least. Do I think they would have lost in extra time? Yes. I think they were walking on tightrope anyway, but I think they got robbed. Did you see Davies' goal? Yep, I saw that. It was a good goal. Happy he got it. He showed that he is Real Madrid material. People were worried about 3 weeks ago, starting to be like, you know what, he may not be Real Madrid material. No, he is. He proved it against Real Madrid. So Bayern may have lost, but Alphonso Davies still won. That's also true, but they did legitimately get robbed. Because the flag went up, because of the barely offside, I didn't see it from the angle they showed it. They were, but Bayern still got robbed. The flag should have never went up. And besides that, even if it was obviously offside, I'm not so mad about it. It's still an early flag, but they're trained not to bring the flag up at all. Unless it's after the play. If it was after the play, they would have seen the goal stands, so on and so forth. But then again, if Real Madrid doesn't stop playing, doesn't get scored. So I don't know. But the way it went seems more robbed than not. But match about to start here. This is true. And we're off. Tigres trying to knock out their city rivals and embarrass them for the second time in 3 weeks. I mean, Tigres didn't embarrass Monterrey the first time, but they sure could do it again. Because Monterrey went out of the Champions Cup embarrassed by Charlotte. Not Charlotte, Columbus. I'm still a little bit... I still haven't caught back up on my sleep from yesterday. Still a little bit deprived. It is what it is. 47 seconds. Columbus. Cincinnati, Charlotte, Columbus. How the... Charlotte will never be that good, sadly. Cincinnati might. Yeah, that feeling sucks. 1 minute in. I don't know. I'm not a witch. I don't know the names of witches. The Wicked Witch of the West. I don't know. Siboldi. Trying to see if he can get Tigres to go deep into this playoffs. If Tigres wins this tie, I mean, they might just win again. I'm not surprised. I mean, they basically got rid of all three of their DPs Dean Smith this offseason. I'm not surprised Capetti's getting thrown out. Well, he's one of them, but he lasted a bit longer. Now they got Abada. They got somebody else. Damn it, that would have been awesome. I mean, Tigres should have won that game anyway. I'm not going to lie. They got robbed, but they got robbed. I'm not going to lie. So, we'll see. See what the Tigres fans have to say about that. 3 minutes in, Tigres playing forward. Monterrey is the higher seeded club in this tie. So if it's a draw over 2 legs, guess what? Monterrey goes through. Like punks, but they go through. But this is the first leg anyway. So they got 178 minutes to 177 minutes to play that out. Playing forward. Oh my God. It's already starting. Monterrey choking is already starting. I mean, Bertarame just slid for that for no reason. He could have easily ran onto that. Well, Siboldi's won a trophy. He's won a league. Default Siboldi. Tano Ortiz has never won a trophy in Mexico. He's never won a trophy in Mexico. So it's got to be Siboldi by default. And he got to 2 straight finals. I mean, Tano's never even made a final, let alone won a trophy. I mean, by default, it's Siboldi, right? Like, I don't care. No, please, no. Are you talking about the CR7 Miami thing, or are you talking about me saying Siboldi's the better manager? I don't know how you're defending Tano, but okay. I think Jonathan fits the Timbers better anyway, to be totally honest, at least mentality-wise. I mean, yeah, Bertarame's still probably the more talented player right now, and the younger player, but I think Jonathan Rodriguez fits Portland better mentality-wise. And he's played pretty well since he got there, so. Okay, there we go. Tigres playing forward. I mean, they have to win at home. In theory, they have to win at home. If they don't, I think it's going to be Di Maria for Miami, probably. Just basically letting them skirt the rules all they want, aren't you? Even the new rules they want to make up. Because Messi's in MLS. Then again, they did the same thing for LA when Beckham was there. I mean, they kind of made fun of the rules, too. Like, they broke the rules. Everybody else got to do it a year later. Miami's going to be unstoppable. If they get Cristiano, yes. Di Maria, maybe. 6 minutes. He found something. I mean, he told me. So. Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, that's true. Did Tano Ortiz just hold on? He didn't have that. He didn't have that when the Champs Cup was being played. Did he just grow well, it is, yeah, after dark. A porn stash. There's no other way around it. And that's going to be a goal kick. Okay, that's the... Are we really going to do the douchiest manager outfit of May? Are we really going to have that award? I mean, okay. I'd have 2 dimes for every time that happened, which isn't a lot, but it's funny it happened twice. He must have shaved his goatee then, because as I thought he had more facial hair. I don't know. Then again, when you get embarrassed, you get desperate. I don't know. Then, of course, we have Vanny wearing a freaking puffer jacket with no shirt and a freaking scarf like last weekend. That was even... Yeah, but I think it also sort of matters what kind of aura you have. Tano's aura is sort of like a carny. You know, like Tano's aura sort of always reminded me of, you know, greasy car salesman. You know? Used car salesman. Yeah. Herc doesn't remind me of that. But Tano like reminds me of like a greasy used car salesman. I don't know. Maybe because he fails so much. I don't know. But I think, yeah, we'll go with it. And you're watching their freaking commercials at 3 a.m. because, you know, on like local TV because they can't put it anywhere else. I got the deal for you. No money down on this $19.99 Mazda pickup truck. I know it looks like a shit box. It's over 250,000 miles. Little do you know it's about to fall apart. I mean, it looks like it's going to fall apart. Little do you know, it really will fall apart. No. I don't think, no. No. I said Di Maria's more likely. Like, I mean, if I wanted to refurbish cars, yeah, I mean, I would go to a used car dealership, buy the car, and refurbish it. May still be at over 50,000 miles, but, you know, at least it'll be refurbished. I mean, that's a good project, but, you know, 10 minutes in. Free kick for Brunetta. I mean, it would be fun to see Cristiano and Messi play together, but I headed away. Top of the box. Carioca gives it away. How we doing? You doing okay after last night? Cross in. It's called Groundhog Day. I'm very used to it. If you want any tips, I could help you. See, what you're going through is called Groundhog Day. I'm very used to it, you know. Late April, early May, Game 7, Leafs versus whoever in the first round. I know how it feels. I know what Groundhog Day feels like. So that's just shot over the bar by Brunetta. Tigres is starting having their moments 11 minutes in. So you stopped caring, yeah. I know how that feels too. Yeah, I know how that feels too. You say you do, then your team disappoints, and then by the time the next season starts, you're already back in. I know how that feels. Speaking of Groundhog Day, not me. But, I mean, I know how that feels. I know how that feels. It's like I'm done watching the Leafs. I'm going to barely watch them next year. Bullshit, I'm watching the home opener in October. crazy. I'm not good at math, but yeah, that is concerning. Yeah. But I hate calling that depression, though. Like, when your team loses, I hate calling that depression because that just really sort of makes people who actually have depression feel bad. Like, real bad depression, like depression they can't get out of for other reasons. I find it a little bit weird to say, "Oh, I'm depressed because my team loses." That's not real depression. Yeah, I mean, I'm depressed about my sports teams more times than not. Am I still a happy person other than that? Yeah. Am I going to scream at somebody because my team lost? No, but will I scream at the camera? Yes. Different. I'm not angry at anybody. I'm angry at the team. I'm depressed about the team. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a little bit. Like, if I'm ranting at something, like, how do I put this? If I'm ranting about a team, I'm not mad. I'm not going to bring that anger to somebody I love. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be my family or whatever. But I will be angry at the camera. Same here. I think we all understand your point. I'm just saying, like, yeah, there's sports depression, but there's real depression. I'm not real depressed. Never have been real depressed. Playing forward. Now, do my team's sports depress me a lot? Oh yeah, for sure. I chose that life easy. If I wanted to be happy about everything, I chose wrong. Way wrong. 15th minute. Good for the Stars. But speaking of, I guess that means you really don't care about the Liguilla. Then again, I think you're already in Champions Cup next year because you won the Apertura. Yep, or you were in the you won, but you were in the finals. So there you go. I guess it doesn't matter really. What? Oh. Well, I mean, they depress me now too, so it all catches up, right? And besides, do I really like supporting them? Is like, yeah, I mean, they're the team I enjoy watching most in England. It's not like Toronto or the Leafs or Mississippi State. It's like, yeah, I mean, they're there. Like, if they win a trophy, great. If they suck, well, yeah, it sucks to see them suck, but it sucks for like 2 seconds, but not as much as it does a Toronto loss or them being in the freaking wooden spoon race. There's a difference. Like, okay. Oh, they're gonna make up a crisis. Oh yeah, when you lose to Pachuca again, they're gonna make up a crisis and fire Jardine. See, I'm calling it now. I'm not saying they should fire him. I'm saying they are. There's a difference. 0-0 in the 17th minute. They're gonna fire Jardine. If they lose to Pachuca, they're firing him. I'm not saying it's smart. I'm not saying they should do it. I'm saying they will do it. There's a difference. 2 losses, especially to Pachuca. If they lose the semifinals, it might be different. But if they lose to Pachuca twice in a row to lose 2 trophies in about 3 weeks, yeah, no, he's gone. I didn't say it was smart. I didn't say I wanted it to happen. For your sake, he gone. Which, I mean, Hurt Gomez said the same exact thing on Football Americas. I'm not the only one who said it, but I think we all know. 4-0 Stars, damn. It's not that I want Jardine to go. It'd be the stupidest thing I think they've ever done. Yeah, what's easier, firing the manager or changing the players? Saved by Rodriguez, 18th minute. I mean, they got the money. They can replace the players, but again, what's easier? Big response game from the Stars answering the bell. '18th minute. I don't know what they would do, honestly. I don't know what Club America would do, honestly, if they fire Jardine. I don't know what they would do. What, the return of Santiago Solari? Ugh. They can't be that harsh, can they? 19th minute. Tigres playing forward. I'd say it's more on the midfielders and defense. Yeah, exactly. You got a great offensive. You got a great forward 3. A trident. You got a great trident. The midfield. And the defense, I mean, Malagon's still a great goalkeeper, but you can't keep everything out. Alvarez needs to go. Kevin Alvarez needs to go. Lichnowsky needs to be replaced. Caceres, I think, could be upgraded on. Got it on. He could be upgraded on. Fidalgo could be upgraded on. For sure, they could upgrade on Jonathan Dos Santos. They for sure can. 20th minute, 0-0. Hurricanes are going to get swept and then lose their coach to Toronto. You hate to see it. Probably. We already said that. The French cadre would probably be the reason why. Plays forward. That'll be a free kick for Tigres. All right. 21st minute, 0-0. 0-0. Aquino stands up. Free kick here. I don't know. No, that's harsh. That's harsh. That seemed like a good tackle to me. Okay. Just wasn't a yellow card. It's just a free kick, but I don't like it. I don't like the call. Cross in. Header goal! Oh, side. I got one past the post. I thought that was going in. Samir Caetano with a header header past the post. He was offside anyway. I thought that was going in. Yeah, Gordon Hahn was offside. I think the ball was struck there, but I thought that was going in. Bad bounce. I thought that was going in. Wouldn't have counted anyway, but just slightly wheels past the net. This game reminds me of Bayern and Real Madrid. That's your most recent reference ever. I think that's the most recent thing you've ever referenced. America played like a joke yesterday. They should have lost. Frankly, they should have lost. They got lucky to draw. See what happens over at Azteca. Playing forward. Header. Shot. Oh, that's got to be a handball. No. Looks like they'll probably go to VAR for it. That's got to be a handball. What? Arriba las Chivas, bro. Saludos. Saludos. Hopefully next round I get to cover them. We'll see what happens on the Thursday. It's playoff hockey. It probably would have been closed by now. Or maybe it would have never closed because they would have been like, oh, our rules actually worked. They did definitely tweak the rules by the time Seattle got there. Free kick for, it'll end up being a throw-in for Monterrey. I'd say if Toronto won, they would have closed the gap by now. But I could also see an argument for the fact it wouldn't have closed at all. For obviously the reason I just said. I'm going to lean towards more it would have closed. Because I'm going to hope MLS was like, hey, you know what? We finally won. That means we got to do more to keep winning. I would hope that's the case. But then again, they got Messi, and it still didn't make them do more and add more to the league to actually keep the fans that Messi brings in. Yeah, sure. That makes no sense to me. Until the summer. Now they're going to do some new roster rules that help teams in the summer window. Thankfully. It took them 6 months to realize that they maybe should do that. And even then, they might change the roster rules even more in the offseason. Again, it took them a year late to figure that out. So, I don't know. Maybe Toronto winning. Because, I mean, the MLS roster rules were even different back then when Toronto played. They were way worse. They were good enough to maybe get it done. If everything aligned perfectly, which for Toronto, it did. Looks like the ref might be going to VAR for that handball back in the box for Tigres. Yeah, he's walking off the pitch. Yeah, they're going to VAR. Be careful what you wish for. Toronto would have beaten Kashima Antlers. I do believe that. Looks like they're going to... Or no, it's a water break. How hot is it down there? There's a water break. They got me. I didn't realize it was that hot down there. I know it's May. I just realized it was a water break. I'm like, he's walking off the pitch. It's got to be a VAR check. I didn't know the temperatures down there. I didn't know it was that warm. It was 80 degrees and humid where you were yesterday. Where you are yesterday. You know it. You were out there and you saw the tornado. Not the tornadoes, but the severe weather ingredients. It was a bust of a day. It's 96, so that's even worse. It should be a penalty. TFC should have won that CCL instead of Chivas. Yeah, in my opinion, I agree with you, but ifs and buts were candies and nuts. If ifs and buts were candies and nuts, my aunt would be my uncle. If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. Makes sense. If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. 97 degrees. Okay, I get it. At almost midnight, 97 degrees still. So it must have hit 100 a day. It must have hit 100 a day down there, I guess, then. Jesus. I still think Rayados got a job. That was a handball, but I still think. But whatever. And they're still pissed off. global warming. Yeah. It's a warm cycle in the atmosphere. Let's not. It's a warm cycle in the atmosphere. If you notice, we've also been in a very active pattern in the Atlantic for hurricanes for the past, since 1995. We've also been in a very warm period. Do I think there is some warming during that warming period that has been forced? And it's a goal for Monterrey. They get one. It is Sergio Canales who rolls one in. Ball don't lie. Breaks down the Tigres defense. And it's 1-0 Rayados. They get the goal they deserve. Haven't been that much of the better team, but the ball don't lie. They should be up 1-0 by now, and they are up 1-0 right now. 0-1 esta noche. 28th minute. There you go. I know weather a lot. Okay. See, I know weather a lot. I've said I've wanted to storm chase before. See, let me tell you this. If that Cardinals game would have gotten canceled before we even got to Busch Stadium, I would have been like, no, we're going storm chasing. We're already on the road. Let's go storm chasing, because there was a freaking moderate risk to the south of us, and there was a freaking tornado cell that went 70 miles from like Sullivan. I was like, no, we gonna go storm chasing. You're crazy. But they didn't cancel the game before we got there, though. But 28th minute, Canales gets the goal. And trust me, I would have probably quickly just went live for that. I'd have been like, you know what? I was supposed to go to the Cardinals game yesterday. Cardinals-Mets. That's why I was wearing the Mets jersey. It got canceled. It did get rained out, so it's being played on August 5th, which I will be there. So whatever Leagues Cup game is being played that day, I will not be live for. I'm telling you that right now. Toronto's not playing. I'm going to that game. I'm going to that Cardinals-Mets replay at 4:15 p.m. on August 5th. Well, I'm also a Blue Jays Braves fan as well, and I was wearing a Mets jersey there. I mean, Blue Jays, Cardinals, Mets, Braves, Cubs, pretty much for me. I mean, my five teams are basically Jays, Braves, Cardinals, Cubs, Mets. I chose to wear a Mets jersey there because the Cardinals suck. That's why I did wear the Mets jersey there. I wore the Mets jersey there because the Cardinals suck. I was trying to make a statement. Besides, I didn't wear this hat with the blue jersey before, so I wanted to do that. And I'll do the same thing when I actually go to when it's played. But we had like tickets in the club seats, so we were in the Cardinals club for like 3 hours waiting for them to call the game. It was like 12-3. Well, 11-3. Got to eat at the buffet. Got to eat some nachos while I was there. Drank like 4 Cokes. I agree with that. They just didn't win the CCL. Who are favorites to win Leagues Cup? Columbus, America. I'm going to throw Toronto in there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm throwing Toronto in there. From what I've seen, I'm throwing Toronto in there. They're going to be in really good form by Leagues Cup. I'm just saying. I'm throwing Toronto in there. Pachuca, funnily enough, they're in the same group. Pachuca, America, Columbus, Toronto, and if Messi plays Leagues Cup instead of the Olympics, Miami. That's my 5. I think everybody else is hoping. I think Toronto can. I think they'll be in really good form by Leagues Cup. And I'm not joking this time. I'm not joking this time. I'm not coping this time. I'm being legit serious. Monterrey's going to choke. Well, no, Monterrey won't have Tano by then, but we got to see how they play. I think Messi's playing Leagues Cup. Well, Miami's in there, I guess, then. If he isn't, they're not. If he's going to the Olympics, they're not. Which I could see him going to the Olympics. I think he cares more about Argentina anyway. No, I don't want Piojo. I'll take Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'll take Jesse Marsch. John Herdman is fixing Toronto. 33rd minute. Man, I need to see Messi at the Olympics. I need to see Messi at the Olympics. Doing Olympic Games in the morning, doing Leagues Cup in the afternoon. Damn, that's going to really do me well. Come on! Because I will be covering the Olympics for at least the DR and the USA, because we have the USA and Dominican Republic in for CONCACAF. And if Messi plays there, I'll be doing Argentina too. Italy's not there, sadly. Or Japan. Well, no, Japan's there too. For men and women, I think. So I could do that as well. Let's see. Gets green screen backgrounds. Pretend you're on the Weather Channel. I'm Ron Anderson. I'm now Weatherman, like Anchorman movies. I love Lamp. Brick Tamlin. If Messi plays for Argentina, I think Argentina and USA, no, France, USA. Bradley Parnell ain't getting fired and Herdman ain't getting fired. I'd rather St. Louis hire Tano, though. Marcelo Flores, if I had to choose. Header. "35th minute. But then again, I mean, St. Louis, besides Bradley Parnell, well, no, I can't say that about Anthony Becht. Anthony Becht is a good coach, but it is the XFL. Out of the two main teams that aren't St. Louis City SC and the Battlehawks, honestly, both St. Louis main teams, the Blues and Cardinals, have mediocre managers. Ollie Marmol's freaking mediocre as all hell, and Drew Bannister is a joke. I can't believe he got that full-on job. It's like, but they almost made the playoffs. He's not that good of a manager. He's not that good of a coach. Berube should have never been fired. And since he did get fired, I said back in January, and some of you heard this, I said Sheldon Keefe should be fired now. When they started struggling around the Sharks game, or were struggling around the Sharks game, I was like, they need to fire Sheldon Keefe now if they want any chance to win in the playoffs and replace him with Craig Berube. Well, they're going to do it 6 months too late, but it's like that time they fired Mike Babcock 6 months too late. For Sheldon Keefe, might I add. Cross in. So, hey, the way Sheldon Keefe kept his job is the way he got his job. He stayed in the job for 6 more months than he should have. 6 more months than he should have. And the way Berube is going to get it's the way Keefe got his. Replacing a person who should have lost their job 6 months earlier. And the guy who should have replaced him 6 months earlier. This game's so late for me. It's not late for me, but you know how screwed up my sleep schedule is. Brunetta crossed in, punched away over the bar. There'll be a corner for Tigres in the 36th minute. 0-1 Monterrey. Monterrey got the goal they deserved. Tigres has had some forward play, but nothing really out of it. Monterrey's played slightly better, I would say. Right, but there's still views for that. It's the Olympics. The U.S. fans will definitely be interested in it. The Dominican Republic, who haven't been there ever, will be interested in it. And, well, if Messi plays one of the overage players for Argentina, well, Argentina is going to be absolutely over the moon for it. And Japan is Japan. They root for their teams no matter what. One thing I know about Japan. 37th minute. Cross in, blocked away. Is French Steph Curry Gignac playing? Yes, but how is he the French Steph Curry? What? No, that's what? I beg your pardon. Cross in, header, punched away. I beg your pardon. What? What? He doesn't even look like Curry. Gignac probably is taller too. I think Gignac is taller. Oh, he's the best scorer. So, Michael Jordan. Of Tigres history. Is Drew Moore officially joined TFC? Why are you living in 2016? He retired from Toronto he got traded back, re-signed with the Rapids like a couple of years ago, then retired with the Rapids. And now he's doing media for the Rapids, which doesn't surprise me at all. I like Drew Moore, but 39th minute. Okay. And I think, what, is the 10th like the day before the closing ceremony? By the way, Columbus is the top-ranked team in CONCACAF rankings. Yep. Deservedly so. But they're still not hosting the final. You know what I think would be fair? Even though they only go from the round of 16 during games that are played, the higher-ranked team in the CONCACAF ranking hosts the final of Champions Cup. I think that's fair. Which I guess still connects to the tournament, but so I guess it's still pretty much the same thing in a way. It connects to the tournament, but, you know, we got the 40th minute played down. 26 July 24 is the ceremony, the opening ceremony. Because the football tournament started a week before the Olympics actually even started last time. Because they need to play it out. It takes a little bit longer to play out the football tournaments because of the time that they need for rest. That's out for a goal kick for Tigres. Or, yeah, that's about 4 days, actually. 3 days, yeah. 4 days. Yeah. So it's like half a week, but whatever. In between the football tournament starting and the true opening ceremony. Ends right before the closing, too. I think I remember a day where they had the football final on the same day as the closing ceremony for like one of the Olympics. It was either Beijing or London, I think. I think Tokyo was different because of the COVID pandemic, but I think it may have been the same for Rio, actually. There was some big final, or a couple of big finals on closing ceremony day for those three. I wanted Mexico in the Olympics, but hopefully Dominican Republic don't do too bad. I think they might actually play well. I really do. From what I saw when they qualified, I think they will play well. And Dominican Republic have just gotten better since they qualified, even on the above the over 23s for the senior team. They've done better. So things are getting better for Dominican football, and hopefully, you know, it keeps getting better for them. I'm not saying they're going to get out of the group stage, but put up a fight. Don't pull a Canada or Qatar. Put up a fight. USA should get out of their group, I think. Dominican Republic, I just want them to put up a fight. Now, we do know Mexico. Mexico ended up winning the bronze. Honduras honestly didn't really put up a fight back in 2021. Honestly, I don't understand why that U.S. team. After watching Honduras play at the Olympics, I don't understand how the USMNT lost to Honduras. I mean, yeah, they definitely shot themselves in the foot. The U.S. did that day in Mexico. I watched the game, but I'm like, huh. So either if USA would have gotten to the 2021 Olympics, they would have either been so much worse or they would have done better. But I kind of feel like the U.S. played down to Honduras, and that's sort of what shot them in the foot. They just couldn't bounce back from their mistakes. I mean, look at the players on that roster. Shot over the bar. I mean, look at the players on that U23 roster the U.S. had back before 2021. I mean, how did they not make it? Like, that was... You thought the Mexico fracaso was bad? That was worse. Like at the U20 championships, you thought that was bad? That was worse. 44th minute. Like, I understand why Canada lost to the U23s in Mexico back in 2021. I understand that. Like, Canada's roster of that tournament did end up talented, but not as talented as the U.S. Like, I have what's the word? And that Mexico roster, that might have turned out to be a bunch of pecho frios, but you know, that'll be a free kick. Might have turned out to be a bunch of troncos and pecho frios, but you know, still better than Canada's roster at the time. Like, I still am at peace with the fact Canada ended up losing to that Mexico team. They fought hard, still lost. 45th minute. But they were like minutes away from getting it to a shootout, but who's to say they win that shootout? Yeah, exactly. He trimmed the freaking beard and goatee, and he just kept the mustache, and it looks, as I said, 5 minutes of stoppage time. Oh, probably because of the water break. 5 minutes of stoppage time. We go to 50 minutes. 1-0 Monterrey. 0-1. Yeah, he definitely completely whiffed. Just a bit outside. Just a bit outside. Tried the corner and missed. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Okay. He tried the corner and missed. Forty-seventh minute. Forty-seventh minute. Avalanche on the board. It's 4-1. Hey, at least they got a goal. There's been some really big whippings. There's been some really big whippings during the freaking playoffs in the second round. I mean, freaking Rangers are whipping up on the Canes. Boston just got whipped. Colorado's getting whipped. And then I wouldn't call it a whipping, but the Oilers choked. Wild. I love playoff hockey, even when the Leafs are out. I love playoff hockey. Like, playoff hockey, legit. The good thing about the Leafs sucking or choking in the first round, or when they did suck, is playoff hockey is amazing as a neutral. It really is. It's probably the best playoffs to watch as a neutral. Shot! Goal! 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 Goal de Tigres! Goal de Lainez! Diego Lainez with a laser into the net at stoppage time. 1-1. Uno. Goal de Lainez. Goal de Tigres. Now, if only you could do that in Europe more. One. Uno. Lainez makes the run by himself, shoots at the top of the box between two defenders and puts it past Andrada. He just got it in there. So that was a tight squeeze. Draymond's wrong for that, for laughing at Rudy Gobert and Gilbert Arenas. They're both wrong for laughing at him. Like, could have Gobert pulled a Brandon Carlo, depending on the timing of when the baby came into the world. But you don't know when. That's the problem. Even if you know what the due date is, you don't know when. The baby could come a month early. You don't know. You know a ballpark, but you don't know the time of the day on the freaking due date. You also don't know if it'll come before or after. It can come after. I don't know why they're laughing. And here's the thing, your first child in either situation is one of the best things. I don't even know this personally. I just know this is one of the best things that will happen to you. Why would you want to miss that? I mean, if you have 4 or 5 kids, I mean, is it still sort of shitty to miss it as the father? Yeah, it sort of is. But it sort of can be explained away, especially if you are a busy person and you're a sports person. Yeah, it's a little bit easier if you have like 3, 4, 5 children. But if it's your first child, honestly, if you're the father and you're in a good relationship, or even a relationship that's just okay, you should be able to see, no matter who you are, see the birth of your first child. You're very scum if you don't. That's my opinion. 51st minute. That's my opinion. Great shot, Butides. That's out for corner. One of the last kicks of the half. But that's just my opinion. 1-1 is fair. I'm not surprised Monterrey's choking one of the richest rosters in Liga MX, choking year after year. Tunnel Ortiz is a choker. And Lainez goes down, tackled in the box, and that could be a penalty. It could be. It's at least a corner, but it definitely could have been a penalty. Nope, they're going to call halftime. Yeah, I think 1-1's a fair result. I think it's deserved. Monterrey should have had a penalty earlier, but they got a goal after it, so ball don't lie. And then Tigres found a great goal. I think that's fair. Tigres had to work harder, but I think it's fair. The last Clasico they had was epic. I agree. That's off. And that's halftime. Halftime, it is 1-1. 1-1 esta noche. Tigres contra Monterrey. 45 minutes left in the first leg of the quarterfinals. Right now, Monterrey would go through on seeding if they hold on for the next 3 halves without allowing a goal. Or if it's still a draw after 90, or 180, but you know what I mean. Halftime. But we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Tigres, Monterrey, even game so far. Sit tight, we'll be back. 1-1, 1-1 esta noche. The stats at the half. Honest, I would agree with you. I understand that Draymond Green and Gilbert Arenas sacrificed family and everything to be able to get out of the hood and play basketball to feed their kids. I mean, I get that, but there's still I get that. Families for generations to come, however, birth and gift of life is precious, and some people never get to experience it. Exactly. Especially for your first kid. Like, even hardened people from the streets who got off the streets, I would think could appreciate that. But that's just my opinion. I think most fathers who are in good relationships with the mother of their children would want to see the birth of their first child. Now, of course, there are situations where the dad don't want anything to do with it. Of course, I ain't going to see it, which I still find that scummy. That a dude's like, I ain't going to wrap it up. And it's like, ends up getting a one-night stand pregnant and then runs off. That's wrong. That's wrong, too. Or a casual relationship. He gets a casual relationship pregnant. Either way, I find that wrong, too. But again, if you have a good relationship with the mother of your child, whether you are dating or it was a casual relationship, and you're like, but the right thing to do for me is to support the child. You see the birth of your first child. But again, maybe some people don't have that thought process. I don't know. Back to the point. Stats at the half. 67% possession, 33% possession, 6 shots to 6, 1 shot on goal to 1, 220 accurate passes to 99, 86% pass accuracy to 77, 3 fouls committed to 9, 1 corner to 0, 6 shots to 6, 1 shot on goal to 1, 255 passes to 128, 86% pass accuracy to 77, 10 throws to 13, 0 offside to 0, 0 yellow cards, 0 red cards, 0, 1-1 on the night, uno esta noche. It's been a really even game. Both teams deserve to have a goal. I think Monterrey should have had a penalty earlier in the first half, but in the end, they still got a goal about 3 minutes after the penalty should have been given. Then you had Tigres getting a great goal as well. They've had to work harder in this first half. They do have things. Most of the possession is leaned their way. The shots have leaned their way. Well, I wouldn't say. Well, possessions lean their way. Everything else, not so much, but corners too. But Tigres, they've had to work a bit harder than Monterrey at their own stadium, which is just weird. I know I saw he's not getting called up. I believe in Christmas and I believe in football. They're real things. Christmas is a real holiday. It is Christ's birthday. And it's been also, commercialized to all hell. But it's a real holiday and football's a real sport. I don't get the point you're trying to bring in, but okay. Avalanche are making it interesting. Well, 2 goals in 8 minutes is possible, especially if you pull the goalie. Get one, still even strength, pull the goalie, keep that puck in your offensive zone and pop it in. Yeah, you can get to overtime. I mean, the Avalanche can. They got the firepower if you double shift a guy at least once. If you double shift your best guys at least once, yeah, you got the power to do it. Maybe go first line, second line, double shift your first line, or just double shift your best guys. I think, yes, they both do. They both should get out of their groups. They both should. So. 45 more minutes left in this game. We're ready to go. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get this one going. 7 minutes to go. Who has the easier group? I would say Trying not to get anything wrong here. Yeah, that is crazy. So, standings. We got Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela, Jamaica, USA, Uruguay, Panama, Bolivia. I think the USA has an easier group, to be honest. Mexico still, Ecuador is definitely a favorite to get out. Mexico is definitely a favorite to get out, but Jamaica could do some damage. Venezuela, they're not bad. I mean, that's probably a more even group. USA still should beat Panama and Bolivia. So even if they don't beat Uruguay, and they can, I think the USA has the easier group. My opinion. I'm sure. Stars just got to bounce. What, they score 5th? Waiting for the second half. They got a bit of luck. Avalanche didn't score. Well, yeah, that works just as well. Second half about to start. Don't think Mexico goes past the group stage. USA also has a tough group. Herman Berterame, they bought him from Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid was supposed to pay a South American team to a percentage of his transfer fee. But they let Berterame become a free agent. But there was a deal under the table between Monterrey and Atletico Madrid that made sure Berterame came to Monterrey. So that's what they have a problem with, because there was basically a fee agreed under the table, so that South American club didn't get paid. So Monterrey are in the wrong for waiting for Berterame to go out on a free, but they didn't get him on a free. They just pushed out all the other suitors. Basically bought him without buying him on paper. So they're mad. So the South American club's mad they didn't get their money. Don't think Mexico goes past the group stage. USA also has a tough group. Panama's going to be tough. I haven't heard anything about that. I just heard the Monterrey part. Davies put Canada on the map in Champions League. Yep. Ashton Morgan had the potential to be Davies before Davies. Honestly, I agree. The fact that Ashton Morgan didn't do more in his career is honestly sad. Good player. He was never bad. But I definitely think Ashton Morgan underperformed what his ceiling could have been. But and the second half's about to start here at El Volcan. If the next 3 halves are 0-0, Monterrey will go through on seeding. Yep, Kevin Sullivan signed by Philadelphia Union to a permanent first-team deal until he turns 18. Then he goes to Man City. He will be at Philadelphia Union's first team until he goes to Man City in 3-something years. And Andrada gets a yellow card for time wasting. He's not on his line for the kickoff. He's not in the right position. I've never seen anything like this. He got a yellow card for not being in the right position for the kickoff. I've never seen anything like that. And now we're going to start the second half. Ref gets back in position. Now we're off. Monterrey kicks off. 1-1 esta noche. Miro tiempo. 1-1 at the half tonight. See how this game ends and what would be needed for Tigres or Monterrey to advance going into the second leg of the final, or this quarterfinal on Sunday, which we will be live for and review. Yep, as well. Because if I'm not doing just one leg of one. If I do the first leg of a tie, especially in the playoffs with how the quick turnaround is. With how quick the turnaround is in Mexico, you know how it is. I'm not going to pick some just to not do it. Now you say sometimes you cover. I normally end up covering both legs of a Champions Cup tie or Central American Cup tie if I'm not live for it. Normally I'm live, at least live for it. I think the difference is sometimes it doesn't end up being reviewed. Like maybe once. It ends up being the really early game. That's around a 16 situation though. Can Monterrey only buy players from Liga MX? For now, they're transfer banned overall. They're transfer banned overall. Maybe freaking 6 months ago, yeah, but not now. 6 months ago, I could agree with you. They're getting out of the mud. They also have taken a very relieving bath to clean off all that mud. Do you think Ahmed Kantari is the next TFC coach? One, that is a deep cut to remember Ahmed Kantari. Second of all, no. No. Avalanche made it 4-3. Told you. Monterrey has a great chance at the final. Great squad. If only Tano wasn't their manager. See, that's the problem. They'll make a final next year after he gets fired. I'm going to put money on that because they actually would have a manager worth a damn. Shot! Off the post and in! Rebound for Monterrey! Goal! Goal! Goal de Monterrey! Maximiliano Mesa puts away the rebound off the post and in. And it's 2-1. 1-2 Monterrey. Great start to the second half for Rayados. Maximiliano Mesa. '48th minute goal. 1-2. That is probably the most jammy goal I've seen in this series. Well, cross in, shot off the post, rebounded in by Mesa. From behind, nobody saw him. Rodriguez was down. Easy as you like. Avalanche are going to the power play. Oh, Lord. There you go. I told you. I saw it coming, didn't I? I saw Leverkusen scoring 2 goals in like 10 minutes. I told you earlier today, Rory, Leverkusen were going to score the 90th plus whatever the F minute, and they did. I told you the Avalanche might just come back and tie the game and go to overtime. I think I'm going to be right again on the money. 49th minute. Warren Craval would be perfect on this Monterrey team. If he was in his prime, yes. I mean, Warren Craval wasn't half bad. At least I didn't think so. I didn't think it was half bad. What's with all these deep cuts? What's with all these like 2014, 15 deep cuts? What? 50th minute. I see either as a photographic memory or he is a TFC fan. I don't know which. I'm not sure which. I don't think somebody who isn't a TFC fan will remember Ahmed Kantari and Warren Craval. Okay. I don't think so, but that's just me. Tijuana and Juarez are in the same boat as Monterrey. How exactly? How exactly? At least Tijuana, at least Monterrey makes semifinals. Tijuana, well, look at them right now. They're the worst team in the. Well, no, Pueblo's worse, but Tijuana ain't far off. And Juarez, they started the season great, fell off. They started the season horribly, got better. They can't put together a perfect or a consistent season. Herculez Gomez put TFC on the map. He did score a goal there, yes. He scored a goal in the game. Seba got them to the playoffs for the first time. So, yeah, he did, ironically enough. Herculez Gomez scored a goal in the game that Seba got them to the playoffs after basically walking off the plane straight onto the bench from the Euro from Italy, from the Italian national team. So, yeah, I guess Herc did put TFC on the map. Ironically enough, you are right. He was part of that game and scored in that game. So, he did. In a way, he did. You're right. 52nd minute. Two to one Monterrey, 53rd minute. Still about a minute to go, still 4-3. Tijuana just made a payment to a Chilean team after the FIFA ruling. Yeah, I think they were under a ban too. They weren't part of the same situation, but there was a similar situation with them. Like, you could look up all the transfer bans on FIFA's website, actually. I found this out after Monterrey got transfer banned. Like, somebody posted a screenshot of all the Mexican teams that that got bans. Just testing that you were not a bandwagon. Why would I be still rooting for Toronto FC if I was a bandwagon? Why? LAFC wasn't even a thing in 2012. I wasn't wearing a Chivas USA jersey either in 2012, so. But LAFC wasn't even a thing in 2012. It was Chivas USA. Well, technically, I guess they were, but it was Chivas USA. But LAFC as the brand wasn't. 29 seconds left, 4-3. The LAFC brand wasn't a thing in 2012. The team technically was because Chivas USA was still around. So, but still, wouldn't be wearing a Chivas USA jersey. I don't even think I ever saw a Chivas USA jersey, to be honest, in my last year of elementary school or the first year of middle school. I don't think I ever did. See, Chivas USA wasn't cool at all. And they were semi-good back then. Semi-good. That was sort of around their good era. 5-3 stars, empty net. Damn. 55th minute. They had a small good era in MLS. A small good era. They were bad, good, bad. Sort of like Toronto FC. Toronto FC started badly until 2014. Missed the playoffs in 14, but they still were better. So they were on a positive trajectory. Then, of course, made the playoffs from 15, minus 18, to 20, and then now they suck. Gale. Oh, no, yeah, I remember. He's a good... I thought he was an okay player. Gale. Yep. Oh. I thought, for what he was, for what Toronto was, I thought he was okay. He wouldn't be playing on the good era teams, but I mean, where he was at the time, I thought, I have memories of him being an okay player. I've never really cursed his name. I cursed Danny Kuverman's name multiple times. Let's see here. Who else? Ahmed Kantari. I didn't think... He definitely caused us to lose in 2015. That playoff knockout game against Montreal. Dude slipped on his ass. Stephen Caldwell was amazing. I never had a problem. Stephen Caldwell. I think he was a better captain than Michael Bradley. Robbie Finley. Terry Dunfield. I've cursed his name more as a manager than a player. I thought he was a good player. Horrible manager. Caldwell was class. I miss Caldwell. I think we haven't had anybody like Stephen Caldwell in the back line until Kevin Long came in. No joke. We finally have a center back like Caldwell again. So I'm good with that. And they're both Irish, yeah? No, Caldwell was Scottish. My bad. Long is Irish, Caldwell Scottish, O'Neill's Irish. Now that one is definitely the sleep deprivation. I'm still behind a bit from yesterday. 58th minute. How do you even I've seen people confuse it. People who don't know geography, but I've seen people confuse Ireland and Scotland. Yeah. They don't sound British or as British. Yeah, similar-ish accents. Closer than British. Like, an Irish or Scot isn't a Brit. You know that for sure. But both the Scottish and Irish accents, yeah, I've been fooled before. It's kind of like Australia and New Zealand. I mean, the accents are slightly different, but they're close. Like a New Zealand accent isn't exactly the same as an Australian accent. Similar, but different, if you really know. Hey, Dallas, our goalie pisses me off. You want Ilya Samsonov? 59th minute. Hey, when he's on, he's on. Let's see here. Eric Hasley, he sucked. He was great for Vancouver. He sucked for Toronto. Injury replacement, Eric Hasley. He pulled a Hugo Juarez for us. He was like Atlanta Hugo Juarez, a warm body. He used to be good. He was good for Vancouver. And the worst thing was Eric Hasley just was at Vancouver at the time. He didn't he didn't spend 5 years out of the league and then come back like Hugo Juarez did. No, Eric Hasley came basically straight from Vancouver. Yeah. I mean, Cooperman's was crap, but let's see here. Ryan Johnson. Streets won't forget Ryan Johnson. Awesome player. Man, his CONCACAF runs were the stuff of... That 2012 CONCACAF run for Ryan Johnson was the stuff of legend. No joke. Streets won't forget. Streets will not forget. Streets will not forget. Man, I thought he was a world beater. Watching the CCL in 2012, I'm like, this guy's a world beater. Then he plays an MLS game and he's like, maybe a goal. What? I'm like, what? I'm like, what? He played for us and went to Oregon State. Like, what? And then he was an MLS journeyman anyway. I'm like, why? At least we got to a CCL final or semifinal because of him. Should have gotten to a final if Aaron Vinter would have parked the bus. Aaron Vinter would have parked the bus. Ooh. I'm not happy about that one. Still not. Oh, now he's coaching Suriname. Oh, my God. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, Lord. Ryan Johnson's been on some Timbers history videos. Yeah, and you'll see Danny Dicchio on Toronto history videos. I mean, you'll see Kyle Becker on Toronto history video. Well, maybe. Maybe. Cleared away by Tigres, you might. Raheem Edwards? Maybe. Ashton Morgan? Yes. Ochoa's out for the national team, yes. No es convocada. So, no. As you just heard for the past 20-something minutes, or whatever this stream, no, I'm not a bandwagon. If you wondered. If you wondered. I think last year proves I'm not a bandwagoner. But if you needed any more proof, just listen to the last 20 minutes of Streets Won't Forget players and non-big TFC player brought up. Yeah, well, they got relegated. Why would he stay? 64th minute. Normally, you don't stay at a team that got relegated. I mean, Ochoa's probably going to San Diego anyway. So, you just got to figure out what to do for the next 6 months. 64th minute. And no, don't come to Toronto. We already have 2 goalkeepers. Now, if Gavron gets called up, sign him for the Copa. He's not in the Copa squad. Yeah, sign him for the Copa. If Sean Johnson gets called up for the USA as a third keeper and Gavron gets called up to Canada, yeah, sign up Ochoa. I'd rather have him than frickin' Ranjit Singh for a month. For a month. Go pull a Julio Cesar with him. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. 65th minute. Speaking of, there's another one. Man, Julio Cesar being at Toronto. I wish they found a way to keep him. Then we had to play Chris Konopka and Joe Bendik. Yeah, that wasn't fun. Joe Bendik and Chris Konopka. Dear Lord. '66th minute. Shot save, Bondrata. We had Chris Konopka and Bendik for a hot minute. Oh, y'all had them too. Y'all had the Chuckle Brothers too? Not enough to make it horrible, but, you know. Ay. Cross in, header cleared. Lord have mercy on my soul. Well, no, he didn't. I still root for Toronto FC. Supposedly Fox Sports said Mexico going to send most of the U23s to Copa America or some mix them to make a generational change. I call cap, though. What do you think? Honestly, they should. Honestly, they should. Since you're not going to the Olympics, might as well. You want change, you probably should have a generational change. You know what? Can't be horrible. Can't be worse. Let Santi Jimenez start. Bring in some of the U23s. Yeah, I think it's probably cap. Yeah, it's probably a lie. They're probably bullshitting. Yes. Should they though? Yes. Both at different times, but yeah, Chris didn't even play for us. Bendik played in our bad 2012 season, but we did win Cascadia Cup. Chris was on our team in 2016, left immediately. I remember, yeah, Bendik came from Portland. I think we let Chris go, and then he went. To Portland. So one came from Portland, one went for a small amount of time. 68th minute. Yeah. I didn't remember them playing there at the same time. That's why I said it the way I said it. It was like, no, I think they both played there. Like, I knew that. I just was like, they didn't play there at the same time, though. I was like, yeah, they both played at Portland, too, but they didn't play there at the same time. '69th minute. That should have honestly been. Why the hell we signed Joe Bendik, don't know. The fact that Portland had a horrible season in 2012 should have been a sign not to do it. But then again, at that point, Toronto didn't know how to build a team. Shot save. They honestly still don't. Tim Bezbachenko knew how to build a team. John Herdman and and Jason Hernandez might. Bill Manning still doesn't. But Tim Bezbachenko knew how to build a team, and Tim Lawicki. They knew how to build a team. John Herdman and Jason Hernandez might. So it works. You know, it works. 70th minute. Govea coming on for Monterrey. Still 2-1 Monterrey. Jorge Rodriguez on or off for Govea. It's going to be a water break here, the 70th minute. I will review this game once it's over, of course. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this one going. '71st minute. Prime Will Johnson is something I'll always remember. And I'll remember him breaking his leg to win us a Canadian championship. So, also him wearing the Canada shirt because he is Canadian. But I'll remember him breaking his leg to win a Canadian championship for Toronto FC. Which, in the end, technically did lead to us going to a CCL final. Of course, they started to beat the Montreal. In that 2017 final, but technically it did. They had to win both finals or win a playoff, and they won both finals. And Will Johnson breaking his leg to win the Canadian championship was part of that. So technically, Will Johnson is a reason why we were in a CCL final. Just saying. Watch Funes Mori end up in Toronto or Minnesota after this season, after rumors of him going there last season. I would not complain, I guess. I don't know. I mean, Pumas don't really want him. Honestly, I'd stick with the Wusu. Pumas don't want Funes Mori. I mean, I think Monterrey got rid of him at the right time. See, here's the thing about Jonathan Rodriguez. I still think he has gas in the tank. Cross in. I don't think Funes Mori really does. Shot. Does he still have quality? I guess. As in, like, still possible quality where he proves that he has it. But I'd rather it be Minnesota than us. I'll let Minnesota take that. That's my opinion. If Tigres want to go on to the semifinals, they have to win by 2 on Sunday if they can't win or draw tonight, or if they can't draw tonight. Then they would still have to score 1 goal away and not allow another. But a 2-1 win for Tigres on the road is a lot better. Shot past the post. What? I don't even know. Jonathan definitely has gas left in the tank. He probably should have 3 or 4 goals, 7 games. He's been a bit unlucky with a couple of those chances he had the past 2 matches. So, damn. Sending healing vibes to you. Praying for you. I'm sending healing vibes to you. But hopefully, I'll make you feel a little bit better. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but the power of laughter and the power of entertainment. But yeah, I'm praying for you. Damn. Get well soon. I couldn't imagine. Sad. 75th minute. So, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I bet it does. I bet it does. '76th minute. 1-2. Uno, dos. Monterrey. Esta noche. Cleared away. Looks like Ibanez coming on for Tigres. Yeah. Yep. 76th minute. Took a peek of inside training on Timber's YouTube. Jonathan had a very nice pass, small-sided game. Good. Oh, it's got to be a free kick. Nope. This morning I blacked out because of the medication they gave me, and you ended up crapping yourself. Damn. Wow. That's horrible. That sucks. Plays forward. Cross in, Gorehan. Header. Oh, over the bar. I also couldn't imagine. Well, I wouldn't want that to happen to me. Yellow card to Gignac. I feel better now, though. Well, I mean, normally no. Evander's looking really good. I'm excited to have him back. Good. I mean, in theory, when you empty the bowels, normally you feel better. Probably not when you have a ruptured organ, but probably if you're given an enema, probably don't feel so good. But I've never had that happen to me. Pray to God it doesn't. 79th minute. Ibanez on for Tercero with 11 minutes to go plus stoppage time. We need Evander. We already read that. Going to get a second MRI at 10:30. So about half an hour. Okay. I'll be praying for you. Hopefully it's clear. 80th minute. I figured, because it's almost midnight for me. You're 2 hours behind. And if it was mountain time, you would have already had it. I know time zones, okay? I know you're in Pacific time. I can do the math. That's easy math for me. 10 minutes to go. Which is partially the reason why these games are so late in Mexico. Why I'm up so late for these. '81st minute. (2-1) Monterrey. It's going to be 88 degrees tomorrow in Portland. Damn. Let's see. At least it's not going to rain tomorrow here. I know that. No severe weather. Let's see. What's the temperature? National Weather Service. 71 degrees. How the hell is it hotter over there? Cold front. Got it. Cold front. Yes. I kind of wish that Cardinals game was canceled while we were on the road to it. I really wanted to go storm chasing yesterday. I would have. No, I really would have. I've been like, we're already on the road and we're on our way to St. Louis. Damn it. Might as well go storm chasing. Shit. We weren't going to be home till 4 anyway. Shit. Might as well use the time for something. I didn't wake up after like 4 hours at 10 for nothing. Luckily, it didn't get canceled to the point we couldn't be at the Cardinal Club. But, I mean, I still basically, during that whole rain delay, I was watching the radar the whole damn time. Them tracking that 70 mile per hour, that 70 mile tracking storm in Sullivan to the south of St. Louis. But so, I mean, yeah, but it would have been nice to be out there and see it happen. You don't get chances like that all the time, especially around you. Do I look like I go to Oklahoma? I mean, I should, but I don't. Call me crazy, but San Francisco Giants versus Blue Jays World Series in the making. You're crazy. You are crazy. The Blue Jays suck. Maybe in 20 years it's Giants Blue Jays. It's not happening this year. The Blue Jays absolutely suck. They can't hit for nothing. Let me just check what happened today, actually. I'm very interested. I didn't see the score. What happened today against the Phillies in Game 3? Let me see. Toronto Blue Jays versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Or did we not play them? I guess not. I guess we... Are you crazy? Yeah, you're crazy. The Jays didn't play today. They finished the series yesterday. Well, y'all lost to the Phillies too, so I don't know. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I was a 2-gamer. Okay. Against the Phillies. Okay. Bertarame's off Arturo Gonzalez in the 84th minute. And the Blue Jays play again on Friday. Today. Toronto Blue Jays. The Minnesota Twins. Oh, God. Well, at least it's in Toronto. They're playing the Minnesota Twins. Jesus Christ. See, I don't need no freaking PTSD from the playoffs. What are you doing to me? The Minnesota Twins, who are actually, guess what? Pretty good. Yay. Yeah, I got to relive October. Great. Just in Toronto. Yay. Seen them play in Toronto. Great. I already did when they didn't get Luis Arraez. You want me to go again? You want me to go again? Because I might. 85th minute. Man, the Blue Jays are a joke. They're such a joke. I saw it coming. I didn't realize it would be this bad, but I saw it coming. Like, I ran it on them dumbasses, back in February? I think there's a couple of clips of that on my channel clips. Thank you, Rory. But, and besides that, the way it works, the whole stream is still there. So you could, fast forward, rewind about 3 or 4 minutes and get the whole damn thing. But maybe more. I don't know. But, yeah, the Blue Jays are a joke, and I saw it coming. And the Cardinals are worse, but the Blue Jays are a joke. Thank God the Braves are still good. Jesus Christ. Well, actually. Yeah, the Braves are second. The Phillies are good, but the Braves are still good. They'll catch up. They've always caught up. 86th minute. Go Braves. Yay. I can't wait to just be rooting for the Braves in the playoffs. Well, hey, at least the freaking Cardinals and Jays don't freaking absolutely just, what's the word? Stumble their way in and then choke, and the Braves have to be the ones to do anything. Go Braves! 87th minute. Jesus Christ. 2-1 Monterrey. How about Drake May? He sucks. We'll see how bad he sucks, but I think he sucks. Little 88th minute free kick for Tigres. Could they tie it up? Yeah, me either. Me either. I don't know what's worse. Bo Nix to the freaking Broncos, or Drake May to the Patriots when JJ, at least for the Patriots, was still there. And the Broncos could have traded up for JJ. They didn't. Trash. 88th minute. 2-1 for Tigres. '89th minute. Fight. No, he went to Jacksonville. But don't worry, we got Mac Jones 2.0 anyway. And Drake May. Didn't we just see how this turned out? Well, we got to do it again. '89th minute, yellow cards being thrown. To be honest, I'm not surprised, to be honest. 90th minute. '90th minute plus stoppage time. There's going to be like 7 minutes. And there's still... Wait, that was a replay. Yep, the Classico Regio's getting heated. How much stoppage time? 90th minute we have. Rodrigo Aguirre gets a yellow card. Tigres playing forward. Shot! Wide. Wide. Corner. Javier Aquino got a yellow card. It's getting heated, not surprised. Feel like Monterrey's about to do something stupid. I have a bad feeling. If you're a Monterrey fan, I have a bad feeling you're about to see something stupid happen. It's a free kick for Tigres. Something stupid's about to happen. They're going to draw the game for something stupid. And if it's long enough, maybe you lose. So, we're going to see. And another yellow card. You get a yellow card. You get a yellow card. You get a yellow card. I didn't know Oprah was the referee tonight. Where's the stoppage time? 91st minute. 90 plus 2. Hector Moreno gets the yellow card. Cross in, blocked away. That's out for a throw. '92nd minute. How much stoppage time do we got left? I don't even know. Fama didn't even say. Chiquititas and Montechico fighting is guaranteed as having Tano Ortiz getting eliminated in the semis again. But this is the quarterfinals. Gignac hadn't done anything. Yeah, he's been washed for 6 minutes of stoppage time. So that means 6 from now or 6 from 0? Does it mean 8? Could mean 3.5 more minutes. Could mean 8. Or could mean 6.5. I don't know. We'll find out. 6 minutes. Guess I had to write down. No, that would be the main ref, writing down the yellows. Playing forward is Monterrey. Yeah, but Gignac's been washed for about at least half a year now. In my humble opinion. He's been washed for about 6 months now. If not more. If not more. Sergio Canales scored a goal to open the scoring. He's the player of the game. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll go with it because he opened the scoring, yeah. '94th minute. Plays down. Yellow cards are coming thick and fast. I mean, yeah, they are. They sure are. '94th minute. The ref's on one tonight. I'm surprised I ain't. Someone's getting a red. Probably. Would be funnier if it was a post-game one. Then again, Monterrey's done that before, haven't they? After the semifinals were over, 95th minute. 95 minutes, 1 minute to go. Possibly 3, because the way they put up the board, at that point, they should have just said 8 if it was going to go to 8. But I think it's just a minute. Papachuca scaring the Wheelos makes my year for real. You know, I love it. I love it too. Las Wheelas crying. Las Wheelas are crying. 96th minute. Good play. Could Tigres take this all the way down, but there's not enough people going forward. Or, nope. Hits Boldy in the head. 10 seconds. That should do it. Throw in. Throw in the 96th minute for Monterrey. 96th minute. Takes it to the corner. It's going to go out for goal kick, 96th minute. I guess they are going to go to 98. I guess. Because it was 92 when they showed. And no, it is full time. Okay. Full time! 1-2 on the night between Tigres and Monterrey. 1-2 esta noche. They play on Sunday. Tigres have to win by 2 on the road if they want to go through. Winning by 1 would still knock them out on seeding. With that being said, Monterrey gets it done. Fair, I think. A fair result. And there you go. With that being said, if you like the stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us to play. The shares, friends, and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this match. And then, there you go. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you.